Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here tonight, and welcome to anyone who's online and joining us. Thank you for joining us. I really love spending time with people who want more in their lives, who want to move forward, and who are willing to take the time to commit to that and put energy toward that. So thank you for being here. I first want to introduce myself and tell you why I'm standing here in front of you. My name is Wendy Pranick, and I first took the Pursuit of Excellence, which is now called ReSet for More Excellence, in the fall of 2016. And I took the program only because my friend Lucy said, "Hey Wendy, you should take this program." And I said, okay, because I'm a joiner. I didn't attend the intro like this. I had no idea what I was getting into. I wasn't searching for anything. I wasn't looking for answers or feeling like anything was missing. I thought I had a great life. But I've always been into self-improvement, and I thought, well, with a money-back guarantee, I'm always a sucker for two things, a deal and a guarantee. And so I thought, with a money-back guarantee, I pretty much have nothing to lose, but I could perhaps become more excellent. Fast forward to now, and I have taken a complete series, including the graduate programs, and I've completely fallen in love with all of it. And that's why I'm standing here before you. These programs completely changed my life. They helped save a relationship that I was super doomed to fail, but more on that later. They've helped me to figure out who I am at the core, figure out my life purpose, which has helped me to rise up and operate at a higher level and help to strengthen the fabric of goodwill that exists in the world. It's also helped me to have more grace for myself, which I'm super grateful for. I'm a recovering perfectionist. Anyone else suffering from perfectionism? Yeah, I don't enjoy living from that place. I don't know if you do, but it's not fun. So I really enjoyed being able to move away from that and into more grace and joy in my life. Anyway, I do feel it's my calling now to help as many people as possible find these programs for themselves. And so I'm here in front of you. I want as many people as possible to rise up and function at their highest level possible so we can all do a better job of making the world a better place. So thanks again for coming out tonight. I want to let you know my intention for this evening is to give you some information about what this program is all about, introduce you to some key concepts, let you know about the course schedule and upcoming dates, and any questions that you might have. I'd love to answer them so you can maybe make a move toward making a decision about taking the next ReSet for More Excellence. Now, I know most of you are probably here because you heard some of your friends or family talk about the program or invite you to hear about it. And maybe you were witness to some of the great results that were coming up for them in their lives. So speaking of great results, what are some great results that you would like to have come up for you in your life?
More money.
More money, yes. What else?
More travel.
More travel, nice.
More fun.
More fun. What else?
Better health.
Better health, absolutely.
Better sleep.
More sleep.
Better time management.
Better time management, that's awesome. So these are all really great results, and we might really want our results really bad, but still struggle to get them. And that's part of why we're here, right? We want more, we don't know how to get them. If we could just adjust the way that we're showing up in our lives, what would it be like to experience life having the results we want, but coming with more ease? Let's start by looking at the results of 3 different people who are all going to experience the same day's events. So, our first person is Eve. Her life motto is, life is hard, and then you die. She thinks the purpose of life is survival. She just wants to get through to the end. She dislikes taking responsibility. She loves to be right. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
She lacks self-awareness, and her biggest threat is vulnerability. So let's go through a day in the life of Eve. Eve jumps in her vehicle to go to work. She leaves at the exact same time of her day and takes the exact same route every day to avoid traffic. But today she's run into an accident and she's super mad. She can't totally see what's happening up there, but she's pretty sure it's a new driver who's ruining her day. She also can see, though, that people are trying to get into her lane from the left. It's not her fault that they chose the wrong lane, so she stays bumper to bumper with the dude in front of her. No eye contact. Not her fault. Not her fault. Let them suffer. And she arrives at work super late, super angry, and complaining about her commute. Now, how do you think she's feeling?
Frustrated.
Frustrated. What else?
I want to say justified, but that's not the word. Done to.
Done
Victim.
to.
Victim.
What else?
Angry.
Angry. Okay, awesome. So at work, it's announced that they've landed a big new contract. It's going to add more workload to Eve's already large workload. And again, she is super mad. You know, she starts complaining to everybody, saying they keep piling on me, and they cannot squeeze blood from a stone. You know, she wishes she worked for one of those unions, because she definitely filed a grievance, that's for sure. How do you think she's feeling?
Taken advantage of.
Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. What else?
She sounded a bit like righteous almost, like,
Oh,
I don't know, the way that you kind of presented that just sounded a bit
Good one.
like I'm right and
righteous. Ooh.
dare they expect
Oh.
this from me.
Good. Anything else?
Hard done by.
Hard
Life
done.
is tough.
Oops. Okay. Awesome. All right. Now, afterwards, she sends a message to her friend. Her friend doesn't even respond. How dare she? I mean, I just had the worst day of my life, and she's not even there for me? As a matter of fact, nobody's there for me. Life is unfair. Now, how's she feeling?
Abandoned.
Abandoned. Good one.
Sorry for herself.
What was that?
Sorry for herself.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Alone.
Alone. Yeah. Awesome. Now, we all know an Eve, and in fact, we can probably all be her sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And no judgment. She probably is behaving like this for a really good reason. And she probably also didn't have very good role models. What I want to know is, how did it feel to have that kind of day?
Really poopy.
Really poopy.
Really poopy.
Is there another word for that?
I don't know if I should say the other word.
Okay then.
How about crappy?
Crappy.
Yeah,
There we
crappy.
go. Same pile?
Yeah.
I'm gonna write the original because it's funny. Anything else? What's a day in the life like Eve like?
It's unfulfilling.
Constant struggle.
Stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, can't spell. Unfulfilling. And no one can read this but me. Okay. Do you think she might want something different, do something different if she had some different tools, or if she could just get out of her own way? Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah. All right. Look at our lovely Vanna. Let's hang up our feeling chart. Okay. So now let's take a look at the life, or day in the life of Rye. All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay. So Rye's life motto is go, go, go. He thinks the purpose of life is to prove his value and worth to others. He dislikes imperfection. He's always pushing himself harder and harder. He loves accomplishments and checklists. He lacks time fulfillment because he's so busy overachieving. And his biggest threat is burnout, busyness, and distraction. So, a day in the life of Rye. Now, Rye jumps in the car and incidentally, he's stuck in the same traffic jam as Eve. But Rye's freaking out because he cannot be late for work because he might lose his job. And he can't, this is an important meeting and it's not okay if he's not there. And once they find out that he's not actually qualified for this job, he's super freaking out. He's super mad and upset and he just can't even be stressed. So he swerves over to the side to see if he can just drive past the cars to get past, but he spills his coffee all over his pants in the meantime. And then berates himself, realizing that he's failed again. He's never getting it right. It is what it is. I failed. How do you think he's feeling?
Yeah, like a failure.
He's also frustrated.
Failure, frustrated. What else?
Furious, just to go with the F's.
Furious. Go with the F's. Anything else?
Disappointed in himself.
He's also probably really mad at the accident, like at that incident that made all of that other emotion come too, right? Like feeling frustrated that this happened and it's ruined it for me. What's the word for that?
I'll just write angry at circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might have even been wishing, and this is a story I make up, that he had left a little earlier and allowed himself more time, because he's not very good with his time.
Wishing.
Yeah.
He's remorseful.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Marsful. Okay.
Good job.
So he winds up arriving at work late and flustered. Now there's an announcement at work they just landed a new contract. And Ryan is quite excited. He's also nervous because people might find out he's actually not qualified for his job. But he can't afford to lose it. He agrees to take on the new workload, knowing that he's actually already totally maxed out. So he's kind of freaking out again, he's super stressed out. But he decides he could possibly just, well, probably wind up working evenings and weekends. And who needs to see my wife and family? As long as the boss notices me, right? He tends to cycle through wine in the evenings and coffee in the mornings just to make it through. How do you think he's feeling?
Anxious.
It's like he's drowning.
Ooh, good one. Drowning.
He must just be exhausted.
Nice one. Exhausted. Okay. Now after work, he texts a friend to show off about his new work proposal and how busy he is and how successful he is. But his friend doesn't reply. And so he immediately thinks, maybe I upset him. What if I did something wrong? And he starts writing the tape about how he's just never good enough and always coming short. Now how do you think he's feeling?
Alone.
Alone.
Sad.
Sad.
Not enough.
Not enough. There's probably a lot of us who can relate to Rye. I know, I certainly can. And again, no judgment, but how does it feel to live in the life of Rye in that day?
Exhausting.
Exhausting.
Yeah. There's really no time to relax. There's
Stressed
no
and relaxed.
downtime.
Do we write stressed? Stressed.
Stress.
That's been me a lot. Working on getting over it.
Yeah, it's like he dislikes being like imperfection, but when you spread yourself so thin like that, that's really all you're gonna get is low quality and you know, it's just not possible
Mhm.
in that situation
Yeah.
with that mindset.
Yes, totally. So if you had other tools, do you think you might have a different experience of life?
Definitely.
Yeah, totally. Lovely done. Thank you. Okay. So finally we get to meet our third player in this game of life. His name is Bodhi. So Bodhi's life motto is, I am the author of my life. He believes the purpose of life is to become the best version of myself. He dislikes stagnation, being stuck. He loves learning and personal growth, lacks a large community of like-minded people. He'd really like to have more of that. And his biggest threat is other people's negativity. So, lo and behold, Bodhi finds himself in the exact same traffic jam as even in Rye. And while he's disappointed, he realizes that, there's just nothing I can do about this. This is just the circumstance that I'm in. But this is a great opportunity to play that new podcast I've been waiting for. So he's super excited to plug that in. And he makes sure to smile at all the other motorists, because we're all in this together. And he leaves lots of room for all the other motorists to get in front of him, because we're all in this together. How do you think he's feeling?
Pretty content.
Content. What else?
He's an optimist, so he's like, I don't know.
Happy.
Happy. Yeah. Happy. What else?
He's living in the moment.
Living in the moment. Carefree?
Yeah. Say optimistic, maybe?
Yeah.
Like finding the best of the situation,
Mhm.
right?
Optimistic. Yeah. Dick. Nice work. So when the big announcement of the new big contract comes down at work, Bodhi's super excited because he's been working towards this for so long, but he knows that he can't take it on unless he takes something else off his plate, because he also is very maxed out, just like Rye is. And so he makes an agreement with his work buddies that they will take some of his responsibility so that he can take on this new project. How do you think he's feeling?
Balanced.
Ooh, nice one.
Mhm.
Balanced. What else?
Easygoing.
Confident.
Easygoing, confident.
I think he's excited.
Yeah, excited, and I think he was probably prepared.
Oh yeah. Excited. And prepared. Super. So that night he calls a friend to connect, but gets the voicemail. And he thinks, great! Our friend's probably all having the greatest time ever tonight, and I can't wait to hear from them tomorrow. Life is awesome. I'm gonna write in my gratitude journal, and I'm gonna go sleep. How do you think he's feeling?
Well rested.
Nice. What else?
I think he feels like enough. Like he's
Fulfilled.
Yes, fulfilled
Yeah.
enough.
And I like that. He feels like enough.
Yeah.
I like that.
He feels like he's growing. Like maybe this is a next step for him.
Who here knows a Bodhi? Who here can be a Bodhi?
Yeah.
Who here would like to be more of a Bodhi?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like to point out here that he probably came from some great circumstances growing up, or has put in a lot of work to get where he is. Again, no judgment. If you're living a life more from this place, what would that feel like?
Awesome.
Mhm. Great.
What else?
Energizing.
Energizing.
Most likely joyful.
Joyful. I'm gonna add jazz hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fulfilling too.
Did I have that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
awesome. All right. Okay, lovely Vanna. So we've now explored the exact day through 3 different experiences. Maybe it's almost a take home for you. I do believe that we can probably be all 3 of these people, or perhaps even in one day. We might have an Eve experience in one circumstance, or a Rye experience in this part of my journey, and then have a Bodhi experience during some other time, and all have it happen in one day. And that is why we're talking about everybody. This is a piece of all of us. All those 3 people are in all of us all the time, right? And what impacts whether we react in one of these 3 ways? It has a lot to do with our self-care. Or am I angry? Am I hungry? Am I lonely? Am I tired? Have I taken enough time for myself? Have I had enough quiet time? Have I left enough space to think about what it is that I really want? Have I hit the reset button to get clear about what I want? So let's take a deeper look at why these 3 people have such different experiences. Our experience in life is not impacted as much by what happens to us, but more how we react to those experiences. So what we make of it, what we think about it, what we feel about it, and then how we react to it. Our personal paradigm is the lens through which we interpret and make sense of the world. So, so imagine when you're born, we're born with a nice, clear filter. That's like a wine glass. These are my artist skills coming to life right here. So we have a nice clear filter. And what do filters do? They let some stuff in, they keep some stuff out, depending on the kind of filter that it is, right? And it's filled up with a lot of stuff along the life journey, because while we're very busy human beings, we're learning and collecting lots of information, and our filter is filtering all that stuff. Our filter is based on our assumptions and our beliefs. Now, where do you think our assumptions and beliefs come from?
How we were raised?
How we were raised.
Our
What else?
experiences.
Our experiences, yeah.
Our parents,
Parents, yeah.
school teachers,
Yes, teachers.
Peers.
Peers, for sure.
siblings.
Siblings, yes. There's so much that comes into our assumptions and beliefs, and most of it's set in by the time we're about 10 years old. What we get to do at ReSet for More Excellence is take a closer look at our assumptions and beliefs and see if they're really working for us. If they are, great, don't change a thing. But even the most well-intentioned people can inadvertently put things in our filter and not mean to. Or we might translate things into things that aren't serving us, and it winds up on our filter as well. If we hold our assumptions and beliefs long enough and if they're strong enough, they wind up becoming our truth. Men are. Women are. Money is. Work is. And these truths just might not be true anymore. They are unique to each of us, though. They're not universal. And like I said, they're set in by age of 10, so they're pretty ingrained. So data comes in through our filter and comes through our data comes through our filter, through our assumptions and our beliefs, and we wind up with a thought. Look at that. skill. Woo! So our thought might be, I'm not worthy. Nobody loves me. Our thought winds up giving us all of our feelings. So in the case of Eve, when she didn't have her friend respond very quickly to her, that came through her paradigm, her belief that people aren't there for her. She wound up with some thoughts, such as, she's not really my best friend anymore. And then she wound up with some feelings, probably feeling alone and isolated. So from those feelings, we wind up having an action. Are you ready for this? Oh, that's the best hand I've
Yeah,
tried.
that was pretty
That's
good.
That's a hand. So from there, she takes an action. Her action might be that she pushes her friend away because she's so afraid of being hurt. And that action is what gives us our final result, and that can be negative or positive. In the case of Rye, he went into overdrive when he found out about the new work project, because he's so anxious about people finding out that he's maybe not qualified for his job. He's anxious about losing his job because he has an assumption or a belief in his filter that he's not good enough. That only hard work and overachieving will get him some value in work. An interesting thing about our brain is that we're constantly scanning the environment for more stuff that's proving what we're already perceiving as right. So for example, if I've just fallen in love, guess what I'm seeing?
Love.
I'm seeing lots of couples strolling and holding hands, they're so in love. I'm seeing couples at restaurants who sitting across the table from each other, they're so in love. Or I'm seeing on Facebook my friends are getting engaged, they're getting married because they're so in love. And somehow I'm not seeing any of the couples who are squabbling or ignoring each other at dinner, or doing this, because I'm so in love. So I'm gathering information that validates the wonder of love, and I'm screaming out everything else to prove that I'm right. Anyone ever been so right all the way to being wrong?
Yeah.
Now each of us has our own BS, that's our own basic story. And that's what we've made up in our own filter, in our own personal paradigm. Who's right though? Truth is, we all think we're right, because we all think that our story is the truth. That's where the problem lies. Our story is just a story. It's not the truth. There's a good chance that love that's written on our filter is untrue and disempowering. It doesn't serve us. So maybe it's time to take a look at your filter, make some adjustments, discard what isn't working, and adjust your filter to provide more of what you say you want in life. Now, who here has heard of Roger Bannister? Awesome.
Yes.
What was he most well known for?
The 4-minute mile.
4-minute mile, yes. So until he ran the 4-minute mile, people thought it was impossible for a human being to do that. In fact, they thought that a human might die if they did that. And Bannister proved everybody wrong. And the interesting thing was that when he did it, others started to do the exact same thing. So that proved to us that what was stopping them wasn't just physiological, it was psychological. And the same thing that happens for athletes in sports happens for us in our daily lives. Our paradigm about ourselves, about our abilities and our inabilities, our paradigm about love, relationships, work, sex, God, all of it. And it winds up getting us all the results that we're getting, right? Our paradigm winds up giving us all our results, good or bad. How about going to the moon? At a time that was unheard of. And now ordinary people are having the opportunity to take a trip to the moon. How cool is that? How about changing our paradigm from I'm not worthy to I'm worthy? That'd be pretty rad. I have a personal example in regards to my paradigm with my almost husband. That came out of my mouth, interestingly.
Yeah.
My boyfriend Shane. So he was the first man I went on a date with after my husband died. And I thought, there is no way this could work because, well, he was the first man I went on a date with after my husband died. Also, I accepted his invite to be his girlfriend right away, and I thought, well, without testing anybody else out, and well, this couldn't possibly work, right? Also, for it to work, the next person has to be just like my husband because we're so great together. So then it definitely could not work because they are nothing alike. So I'll tell you, it was not working. And it was not working for a very long time, and about the year time frame, we had 3 breakups in 3 months. And that was about the time that I found this program. And I have since had a large paradigm shift. And since then, I have now realized that he is my second Mr. Right. And we're now getting married on September 1st. So this stuff works. Thank you. So in the 3 days that you spend in ReSet, it will support you to shift your personal paradigm to find things that are possible. Our paradigm is what informs us of our comfort zone and where we're stopping ourselves. So, I'm gonna go backwards. Oh, there we go. I should wear high heels for this job.
We could get you a little stool.
What's that?
Get you a little stool.
Okay, so our comfort zone. This bullseye is pretty much our diagram for our comfort zone. The center is our comfort zone. So, so our comfort zone is typically pretty small, keeps us safe. That's a great place to be, right? Safe and content. But also with safety and contentment can come stagnation and stuckness. Not a lot of personal learning and growth. And again, that's okay. Nothing wrong with feeling safe and content. But the juice is in learning and growth and having that joyful life of excitement, in my opinion. On the outside is the panic zone. So a couple examples here. Eve has a very small comfort zone. In fact, it's really rigid. And if anyone asked her to do something that was outside of her comfort zone, she'd very promptly say no. And she'd probably make fun and berate whoever suggests that she exit her comfort zone. So they'd never have to ask her ever again. Are you crazy? What are you thinking? I would never do that. Right? An example of panic would be someone like Ryan. He goes right from comfort zone to panic zone because he's just to the max trying to find ways to find his brilliance. And for example, let's take Ryan getting in shape for the first time in a long time. So he'll probably go from doing nothing to suddenly decides to cut out all the food groups and add 3 hours of exercise a day to his regime. And 2 weeks later, he has all the injuries and he's stuck on the couch and he's quit. So he goes from 0 to hero, and then he winds up bouncing right back to comfort zone because he's just done himself in, and also fulfills the self-fulfilling prophecy that exercise is too much, it leads to injury. And he's back where he started again. Now, Bodhi likes to hang out and bounce around in the stretch zone. So Bodhi knows that the juice lies in stretching a little bit outside the comfort zone, but not getting too crazy, hanging out way over here and then bouncing back. So he knows it's great just to stick a little toe in, double check that it's all right and no one died and there was no risk or harm done to anybody. And that's a great way to build confidence, to stick a bit more than a toe in next time. The idea is to learn to live more in the stretch zone. And so Bodhi is someone who probably, if he's on his fitness journey, would probably do 1 hour of exercise 3 days a week and perhaps increase his water intake. So again, doing a small little toe tip and taking baby steps to create bits of success instead of the big rebound. So over the 3 days in the reset, you'll become more aware of your comfort zone and the places where you're stopping yourself, and then wind up with tools to help you learn to get past your comfort zone and into the stretch zone and get more comfortable having more in your life so that your changes are lasting, long lasting. And there's a lot more tools that are covered in your 3 days. So, here we go, we battle the paper again. Oh, there are 4 of them. There we go. Hi, that's simple. Okay, so a few more benefits you'll find from being in the programs are clarity. I think a lot of us are battling with having clear purpose and clarity of what we want in life. So gaining clarity about who we are and what's important to us can lead to wonderful joy in living life with purpose. Stress reduction. Anyone here enjoy change? Oh, you enjoy change? Oh, okay, great. Well, a lot of us are not so great with change. And here we get to learn how to deal with change, learn to deal with the stress of change and the stress of anything that's happening in your life, but doing it in a more beneficial manner, and learning how to respond more effectively with better results. Emotional intelligence. So it's actually been shown that emotional intelligence, EQ, has been a better predictor in success than having a high IQ. And that's, again, being able to regulate emotions and react in a more positive way to get more of what you want in life. Relationship skills. I do think that we are creatures who like to be connected to one another, no matter how scary that might be for some of us. The key is staying connected to our people when we're on the path of success, when we're achieving what we want to achieve, when we're moving forward, and not leaving our people behind. So the value of support and keeping those relationships alive when we're focused on the thing that we want to get, but still maintaining those relationships, so important. Lots of skills there. Achieving goals, we talked about the paradigm shift and comfort zone, and there's things in there that we can recognize that are holding us back from achieving what we want to achieve. So recognizing those things and finding ways around them towards achieving our goals. And leadership. Determining your leadership style and learning how to leverage your natural strengths. I believe that there's a natural leader in all of us. It's just a matter of nurturing that leader inside of you and having the confidence to show it off. Okay, so I'm going to battle the paper again. Nope, I'm going to go back forwards. No. Over here. Oh, it is forward. Who left me in charge of the paper?
Easel training.
Oh, dear.
Need to offer.
Where did it go?
Did you put it on the other side? Yeah, I think you put it on the other side.
Other side. Oh, yes, other side. Thanks, Steve. There we go. There we go. Phew. All right. So, Reset for More Excellence is the first program in the Core Leadership series. So, we have 3 programs here. Reset for More Excellence is the first one. That's what we're talking about tonight mostly. And this can be a standalone program. And we can get great results from doing just that one on its own. It's about getting clarity about who you are, clarity about what you want, where you want to go. Breakthrough is the second one in the series, and that is about enhancing your relationship with yourself. How I feel about myself determines my experience with you. So enhancing my relationship with myself would probably be the most single important thing I could ever do in my life. So I am biased. That's my very favorite program. Number 3 is the practice, and this is where we get to put the pedal to the metal and put your skills to the test in the outside world. So all the things we've learned in Reset and Breakthrough. And of course, what you learn in the 2 weekends at the practice. You get to practice for 8 weeks. You get a coach and a team and weekly accountability. And it really is a great way to keep keep moving forward towards getting what you say you want in life. Now let's talk about logistics. Oh, here we go. I need to work on this. Logistics of paper flopping. Okay. Oh.
There it is.
Okay, so ReSet for More Excellence happens on Friday from 1 to 10, a Saturday from 9 to 7:30, and a Sunday from 9 to 7:30. Our next dates are May 31st to June 2nd. Happens right here at 40th Sport and Health Center in Burnaby. Now, there's two things I want to say about this. Oh, I didn't talk about the price. No. Okay. Gee.
The dates are posted for other areas as well, not just Lower Mainland. So in the live post, we have the dates for other areas as well.
Oh, okay, awesome.
I'm gonna post them in the comments.
Thank you.
Comments too.
So there are other dates in other locations. This is the next one happening here at this location. And I will add that the cost is $695, and that's the big close. But not tonight. Tonight, we're taking off $100 to make just $595. Woo! Now, there we go. That's better. And now there's two things I want to say about this. Number one is there's lifetime audit privilege. So that means you take the course, pay your money one time, and take it for as many times in your life as you want to. You're probably thinking, I don't know why I would take this over and over and over again. But I'll tell you, any life change is a great time to have a refresher on this stuff. So whether you're changing a career, changing a relationship, changing what's happening at home, a great time for a refresher. And if you're stuck on the price, just take the course 595 times, which comes to just $1 per program. There is $25 audit fee, administration fee. So that breaks down to just $26 per time. You take it 595 times. That's a smoking deal, you guys. Smoking deal. And number two, it's guaranteed. This is the piece that got me. I'm a sucker for a deal and a guarantee. But at the end of Sunday, if you feel you didn't get the value that you were expecting from this program, we will give you your money back. No hassle, no red tape. We don't want you walking around going, this stuff sucks. That is bad business. We want you to be very happy customers. We have served over 40 years, tens and tens of thousands of graduates. Only like less than 2% have actually asked for the money back. So, like I said, this is the part that got me. If I lose my weekend, all right, I can at least get my money back. But I'll tell you, it was life changing for me. All right, it's check-in time, people. Check in with yourself. What's the life I want to live? What is the experience I want to have? What are the thoughts that I want to think? What are the feelings I want to feel? This course is for everybody. It's not about whether you need it or not, because even Bodhi will take it, because he's a lifelong learner. The most important part of the journey is that you simply take it. And you get to decide when that is. I think the most important time to take the course is when you're ready for your soul to sing. Now, when I took the course, I did it on a whim. Like I said, I'm a joiner. And I'm a sucker for a deal and a guarantee. But I'm always in the self-improvement. But I had no idea it would change my life the way it did. Some of you might have specific areas of focus, or you might have generalized goals like I did. But I know that whatever area of focus you choose, people find tremendous value from these programs, and it far exceeds any expectation that they ever had. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. If you'd like a different result, I highly encourage you to put a deposit down for this program tonight. Get your $100 off. I know that by taking this single step right now, you will set in motion a completely different trajectory to your life. You'll look back on this decision as one of the best you've ever made. I know I sure do. So I want to thank you for tuning in at home. Use the promo code if you want to get your $100 off. And if you're in the room, you can head to the back of the room to our wonderful assistants and get your $100 off tonight. Thank you for being here.